Welcome to the Open Book Podcast. I'm Crystal.
I'm Steph.
And I'm Brie, and together we're your hosts bringing you all things books, deep dives, theory spirals, and never-ending TBRs.
Every week we're cracking open new reads, revisiting old favourites, and spiralling down rabbit holes of fan theories, character analysis, and chaotic book talk.
Whether you're here for the romance, the heartbreak, the plot twists, trope lists, or the unhinged debates about who we'd die for or rank higher,
there's always room for you in our book club.
So grab your coffee, your annotated copy, and get comfy.
Because this is the Open Book Podcast.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Open Book Podcast with Brie, Crystal, and Steph. And we are here. We are excited because we have started our SJM Marathon. It's our readathon. It's all the series. We're starting off with Throne of Glass. And this week we read Assassin's Blade. If you are following us on Instagram, we have put together a whole schedule. It basically leads you right up until the next ACOTAR book, which is coming out October 27th. So we thought we would read the whole series. Some of us have read the whole series. Some of us are still working on reading the whole series, but we wanted to read it along with you guys. So we started with Assassin's Blade, which is like the prequel to the Throne of Glass series. And we are going to chat about it today. It's going to be a nice quick chat just to talk about, I guess, the plot, the romance, the things we liked, the things we didn't like, the foreshadowing, and I guess how we felt emotionally as we read these novellas. So let's get into it. Brie, or who wants to go? Is it Brie?
I can
Is it
do it.
Brie?
Yeah.
Do you want to do like a plot overview?
Yeah.
So there may be spoilers in this episode. So if you have not read it, please go read it, come back, and then we can chat about it. Okay, let's do it.
So the Assassin's Blade is actually a collection of 5 novellas, and that follows Celaena Sardathian before the events of Throne of Glass. So I know sometimes there's that which way do I read it? It's totally personal preference, but it is the prequel of Throne of Glass, if you will. And together, all these novellas form one continuous arc. We see her at the height of her reputation as Ardalin's most feared assassin, but I would say she's actually at her most reckless. She's pretty young in the Assassin's Blade book. And then across these stories, Celaena, you kind of see her self-development. She goes from this arrogant, untouchable person to she starts questioning the system. She takes on different missions. She starts defying people. She starts freeing slaves and finding out what she actually believes in and making choices that end up changing her life forever, basically. The biggest turning point honestly comes in the assassin in the desert and the assassin in the underworld, and that's when Celaena really starts beginning to question authority and making her own moral choices. So those two are it's all on slavery, exploration, and she definitely shifts from the first chapter to the end. So it's not really just a prequel, it's literally the emotional foundation of the entire series. This is why Celaena is the way she is and how she evolves throughout the series. So that's just a brief overview. Like I said, it's 5 novellas, so each one kind of goes into a different place, a different mission. You meet different people that end up being important later on. Yeah.
It becomes very important later on. Yes.
Yes.
the romance. Celaena and Sam, Cortland's relationship is one of the most tragic and beautifully written romances in the series. At first, their dynamic is all sharp edges, competitive, sarcastic, and full of tension. You can see it right away in the first short novella when they're on that little mission. The tension is so strong, and Sam is calling out Celaena for just being stubborn
Brutal.
and kind of ridiculous.
Savage.
Yeah. Which she is.
I mean, yeah, factual. She needs it. But underneath that rivalry is something deeper. Understanding Sam and Celaena, not just as Adrian's assassins, but as people capable of more. And Celaena slowly begins to let her guard down around Sam. And what makes the romance so powerful is that it's earned. Every soft moment, every bit of trust, every confession, it builds naturally over those stories. And then, unfortunately, it's taken away. And their love story isn't just about romance, it's about what Celaena loses and how that shapes her forever. And I kind of like that I read Assassin's Blade first, because now I have all of that, but I can see how it would be a personal preference. So,
Yeah.
did you guys like Sam and Celaena together right away, or did it take you a bit to kind of warm up to them?
I liked how he made her open up. I think that was a really important part of Celaena's journey because she was very closed off. She like seemed like she was never scared. She was never like she just task oriented. I was told to do this, I'm going to do this. It doesn't matter what the task is at hand. Like this is my mission, this is my job. And at one point she like tells him like my secret is that I'm scared. Like I'm a scared person all the time. And I think that's really important because that's something she never admitted out loud. And like she is really young. Like I is really, really young in these books. I think people forget because I'm pretty sure like she starts out at like I think it's like 16 and like even at the end of the series, she's only like
Yeah.
20,
Yeah,
21.
she's 16 here. Yeah.
Yeah, so like she's
Mm.
a very young
It's a
girl. So
lot to
like
go
for
through.
her, yeah, so it's a lot of self-discovery, and I think Sam really helped her figure out who that part of her is. So I like them because I think he never meant any harm. He gave her her freedom, but he also gave her room to grow. And I think that was a really important moment for Celaena.
I agree. I think he's a good
Yeah.
first love type,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
too.
I agree. He's a good
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you read the first novella, you kind of already know this is the
Hmm.
trajectory just from like the little moments that they have. I guess the only thing is like because they're novellas, like they're so
Yeah.
short and sweet that you're just like, I need more.
Mhm.
Like, and like that's well, like I would have liked a full story
Yeah,
just on them. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
you could really understand it because like you got it, but it also like there was a lot more you could have added
yeah.
to like kind of fuel that romance because it was short and sweet. It was like what the
Yeah, and I
last
think that's
and
because
then-
Sarah J. Maas just wanted, I think she really wanted Throne of Glass to be more plot oriented than romance
Mm,
oriented. So like while like the whole series does have romance, it's really not romance based. Like
mm,
it really is like focusing on the plot. So I think she almost added these pieces in to give the reader something more maybe. That's my
right.
take on it. You know what I mean? Like I think maybe if she wanted it to be more of a romance book, she probably would have gave them like a full length
Mm,
like actual novel.
Yeah. I
yeah.
also feel like the loss of Sam is
Mhm.
like a big
Yeah.
point. Like it's like a turning point. It's like a big catalyst for
Mm,
Mhm.
her, and like how she views things moving forward. And kind of, I don't know, a lot of FMCs like have a major heartbreak or loss that kind of then propels them
Mhm.
mm.
and fuels
Yeah.
them moving forward. What moment made their relationship feel real to you? Or
I
was there a
think
specific moment?
I think kind of what I just said with the last question, like that moment was where she like opens up to him. I think that's what like made me be like, okay, like there is like a connection here between them because it was kind of like a he falls first situation because he's loved her like forever and she even like says like I did not feel that. Like I wasn't like that. But I don't think
Mm,
it was because she didn't like him as a person. I think she just wasn't there. Like she didn't think of anybody like that. She was very just like I have to be an assassin. Like, like there's no room for anything else. I've never had anything else. She's never really experienced love, like from like Arabin or anything. Like like she'd never had like a family like or anything like that. This is like her life. So I think that moment where she's finally opening up to him and like accepting some type of connection and some type of love is very real to me.
mm. Yeah, I don't think I really have a moment to be honest. Like if I think about it,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
no. I think he just kind of foreshadowed majority of the story
Yeah.
I
and
think the
like
moment
it
to
was kind of
me,
just around.
is
Like,
way later in the series.
yeah, I feel like it's not in this book. Like, I don't,
I did
yeah, I
like the
don't
part
know.
though. I don't remember which novella it's in, but it's when Celaena is dancing, and it says there's like the two masked strangers. I don't know if you guys picked up on that, but that's actually Dorian and Kale. But fun fact, but Sam gets angry and jealous, and he takes her away from dancing with Dorian.
Oh,
So it's not named, but they
I
are.
don't
That
think I
is
caught
who.
that.
Yeah, it's a little it's a little Easter egg that like you pick up on
Oh, okay.
Oh,
rereads.
I don't
But
think I
yeah,
caught
it's
that.
actually them. Yeah. So it's funny because technically Sam met them, which I
Huh.
think is also another interesting tidbit. Like he
Mm.
also has followed the journey. Like he's met the people that are very important to her too. Thought that
Oh,
was really
wow.
cool.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
hmm I've read the series way too many times.
But where is that said? Like, is that just something
It's
that's said, or
yeah.
Bree's like,
It's
hold.
not hold on. It might be later
like, does
on.
it say, like, how do you know
It
it was
doesn't
them?
say
Like,
their name.
so, like, how do you know it was them? That's my question. Like, is that
It does
written?
their character description. And
Right.
I think in one of her interviews she
Oh, so you
like
said in an interview. Okay.
confirmed it.
That's super
Off of
clear.
that, then, do you think that their relationship would have lasted had things gone differently?
No.
I don't think so. No. No,
I
I
don't
just
think
don't.
I
so
think
either.
it's a first love situation.
Yeah.
I think they might have even remained friends, but I think they would have recognized like this isn't
Yeah. And she
like
had
Yeah, I
different
think it was
views
like
yeah,
to
a young
him, and she
first
was
love
growing.
type
Yeah.
yeah. I think
thing,
they would have always respected each other,
not
but
like a true mate type thing
Yeah.
either. It
yeah,
was
Not like
just kind
exactly.
Rowan.
of,
Like once she felt like a pull, like I don't think she would have been able to stay.
yeah, and there's something to be said for like their comfort of knowing each other for so long. They
Yeah.
built that
And like
trust.
the
That's why
age
she
that
could
they're
come
at,
to him. And then,
and that like familiarity of both being assassins and knowing the life that they live. Like I think it was more like that right time, right place kind of
Says
situation.
here.
Yeah.
It took all of 2 heartbeats for her to see that the dark-haired youth was the ringleader, and that the fine clothes and the mask they wore them as nobility, probably nobles looking to escape a stuffy function and savor the delights of Rifthold. The masked strangers swaggered down the steps, one of them keeping close to the dark-haired youth. That one had a sword, she noticed, and from his tense shoulders she could tell he wasn't entirely pleased to be here. But the lips of the ringleader parted in a grin as he stalked into the crowd. Gods above, even with the mask obscuring half his features, he was handsome. She danced as she watched him, and like it goes on to like a whole dancing and them interacting. But yeah, that's Kale and Dorian. It's in the Assassins and the Underworld.
So I guess like with her story, so she starts off like being quite confident, she's arrogant, and then she kind of believes like she's the best assassin out there. Let's be honest, she is. She's like untouchable, no one can touch her. And then she obviously goes through a lot of betrayal, a lot of loss. Everyone's just writing her off. Everyone's doing her dirty. She witnesses a lot of like injustice and like sees. I feel like it's kind of like that world like view of things because she is obviously off on these different missions. She is seeing other like places, and she's starting to kind of see what it's like outside of like her assassin's keep kind of thing. So she then like learns to like be more compassionate, build these relationships, and obviously these relationships are very important for down the track. But by the end, she basically just is no longer just the assassin. She's kind of become this person who has feelings and emotions and can empathize with people and can see that there's maybe two truths and maybe can see that there's other sides to the story as well, because she kind of just took everything that Arabin said as like Bible and yep,
Yeah.
that's exactly how it is. So I guess like what moment did you guys think marked the biggest shift for her character in the like novellas?
Probably when she freed the slaves with the pirates.
Mm.
Because that's like kind of her first like decision she made for herself. Like she's like, no, like I'm not gonna leave until I do this. Like you can help me or you cannot help me, but I'm gonna do this. She noticed it was wrong, and it wasn't really a part of her mission, but she was like, I'm doing this, and I think that
Mm-hmm.
showed like it
It was like the
triggered something
beginning.
in her brain. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I agree with that.
I mean, I think because while she does have so much character growth within just Assassin's Blade, she has so much character growth like throughout the whole series. Like, yes, she's starting to
Like
like
every book.
recognize and
Yeah.
become who she is, but she's not nowhere close to where she is. You know, like she has so much evolving she has to do. But I think that was probably like the initial thing. At least I could think of off the top of my head that probably made her like have a decision for herself.
I kind of liked her interaction with, I don't know if I say her name right. Is it Irene? Because I don't know how to say it.
I don't know either.
I've been calling her Irene, but
I don't know.
the
Part
Queen
of my
Irene,
brain
right?
says
Is it Urine
Yes.
or is it Urine? I don't
Some days
know.
I call her Urine, some days I call her Irene, so it just depends on the
Urine?
day.
Well,
It has a
yeah,
Y,
Irene
so
is.
that. Yeah. I liked that because I think she
yeah.
then recognized like it was like a big moment being like a female and then being someone who could obviously be targeted, and she like taught her some things and how to protect herself and all, and she realized that like you can be super vulnerable and like a target. Like she
Mhm.
obviously has these mad skills, but not everyone has that, and I think she like recognized that with her, and then obviously gave her the brooch and whatnot, and then she, you know, became the bees of all knees. But like, I
Mhm.
think for her, like that's probably a moment later that she realizes like that was obviously a really important story to tell, or a story to be part of. But I
Mhm.
think if you're looking at it from like a strong FMC point of view, like having someone that you like just met as a stranger and then you like saved them and then
Mhm.
like basically like mentored her for this like smallest period of time,
Yeah.
but inspired her enough that she took that and held
Yeah.
on to it for so many whatever many years it was. And
Mhm.
I think that was like, for me, I was like, wow, like that was a really nice full
Yeah.
circle moment, like out of all of them, like if we looked at
Yeah, that's my favorite out of all of them.
all the
That's the
little
one that's like I would say
moments.
most impactful, especially like
Mm,
through the foreshadowing. That's the most impactful to me.
yeah. Hmm.
Like the world needs
Also
more
say
healers.
the lavender
Yeah.
soap when it comes back later on.
That's just sad.
I feel like just like, but like losing Sam
Yeah.
and realizing like certain things are not important
Mhm.
because she was that stubborn person.
Yeah.
But like being in that different place and being able to just like grab it, and this is like a spoiler for later on, but just like grab it
Mhm.
and give it and like
Mhm.
wash for that
Yeah.
situation, as opposed
Yeah.
to like being like,
Yeah, I
no,
know.
use this cheap stuff, like don't use my good stuff,
She's
like
she's such a funny character because she's like so bougie. Like she
yeah.
Yeah,
loves
she
expensive
is.
things. Like she loves expensive like dresses and she loves like I don't know. She's very bougie. Like
Yeah,
and she's like please do not touch my lavender. So like
literally.
Like do
That's
not.
literally me though. Like I relate
no,
to
that's
her
literally
so
Crystal.
much.
But later on, it's like it comes back, and she doesn't even
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
She just like
She's like,
grabs it, and it's
you
like
go, take it.
I don't know. I feel like
No,
that's
I
like
agree with
a
that.
shift
Yeah,
minor
it is.
in comparison
Yeah,
to
and
the
that's, I
others.
mean,
But
there was like so many little moments that you're like,
There's so
oh
many moments.
yeah,
like
like
yeah,
you know,
exactly. There's so many small things that come back, and you're like, oh
Which I think is why I love
wow.
Assassin's Blade because it shows you how just a few novellas can literally be so important to a series and it shows like the smallest interaction can lead to something bigger. Like
mm,
everyone you meet in your life is going to play a role. What role? We don't know, but there's so many like I think having just these short little stories with like the one with like the urine interaction, it's such a short interaction. Like it's like less than a day, you know what I mean?
literally, yeah.
And like that ends up being like one of the biggest things. Like it's huge. Like that
Mm,
like and I think that's important to like the rest of the universe too because I think people are like talk about like side characters and stuff like that too. Well, Yurine was a side character and then she had a
mm,
full arc. So
mm.
like I think it's very important to see like how like just this one small little person can be this bigger thing, you know?
Do you think her compassion is a strength or a weakness in her world?
Can it be both?
Yeah, I think it can be both.
I
Depends on the
think it's more,
situation.
yeah, I think it's more of a strength, but I think a lot of times she does things out of compassion, but by doing so, she doesn't tell anyone her plans.
Yeah.
And I think that's not necessarily a good thing. I think maybe communication would be a little bit better.
But I loved it. Every time I was like, look at
I
her.
know. I
And
love
she's
it as
like
a
trying to do
reader.
that, like,
But can you imagine
like
being her friend? Like
yeah,
you'd
but
be
like
like,
she's like, I seen that meme and it's like Peter Quill from Guardians of the Galaxy. He's like, so that's a great plan, but I'm gonna do the plan, right? And it's gonna be
yeah,
better. And I'm not gonna
no,
tell you
literally.
about it, but I'm gonna do it. Every
No,
time
literally.
like I was reading, I was like, you know what? She got a plan. It's fine.
She has it
You got a
going.
plan.
Yeah, she's doing it.
Some people
I
need the
couldn't.
plan
I
guy.
don't know if I could like work with her, like be her friend.
No.
Because I'd be like,
You're like, so when were you gonna tell me that part?
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Like
not
you can't just
again.
be making
Okay.
this whole thing. Like she's like planning
I
a
loved
war
it.
alone.
Yeah.
You could have.
But I
let me
also
in
feel
on
like she
this.
always had a backup plan, which
Yeah.
was a strength because it was fueled by compassion. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
Like
I agree with that.
she was always like, no, there's another way, which was fueled by her compassion and her care or love for whoever it was or whatever the situation was. So in a sense, like it might look like a weakness to the team, but
True.
it's actually a strength because like no one else thought of it, right?
Yeah. I agree with that.
Like no one else was gonna do it, so Kale. Anyways, like, how does her growth compare in Assassin's Blade to the later books in the series?
I think we like hit the tip of the iceberg. Like it's just like that little moment, and like everything from Assassin's Blade, it just like makes her become who she is. Like it's just like everything's escalated throughout the series.
Yeah.
Yeah, and things are kind of like higher stakes.
Yeah, that too.
So
Yeah.
It
in
becomes
Assassin's
really
Blade, you get those little like snippets of
Yeah.
her character evolving, and like kind of those like seeds. But
Yeah.
throughout the rest of the series, you really get to see like how it's like built into her and like who she
Yeah, it's like
is
the
at
foundation.
her core,
Yeah.
moving forward.
Okay.
It's like a little building block.
exactly, which kind of leads us
And
into
then
like
you're
the
like,
foreshadowing.
dang.
Little Jenga tower.
Jenga tower.
You're like, dang, she did that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I feel like the book has so many like Easter eggs throughout the series. So like just reading Assassin's Blade like has a lot of stuff that like show up later on. We see like Celaena like not just as an assassin, but like someone destined for greater. Like you see that shift in her. And there's also like a ton of connections to the characters, like the locations, like the political tensions, like a lot of that stuff in Assassin's Blade becomes a major plot point. So it's like it is an important story. And then like even like Arabin's like manipulation and like his control kind of foreshadows like the other enemies Celaena meets like along the way, and it sets up like the emotional and the trauma and all that stuff. So we kind of talked about it, but what would you say the piece of foreshadowing stood out to you the most? Like which part? I like the urine one. So
Yeah, that's a
I think
really
we
good
kind
one.
of talked about it. I think that's like one of my favorites. But even so, like I mean, Skull's Bay becomes important again.
Yeah. Even like what's his name? Rolf, the pirate
Yeah,
dude.
exactly. Yeah,
I was like, it's
like he becomes
Captain Jack
important.
again. Like I kept calling him Captain Jack. I just gave him names
Captain
from Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's okay. That's okay.
In my head, he kind of looked like Barbosa. In my head, I was like, it's Barbosa.
Gosh. Yeah.
Like,
Why did
and then I
my
was like,
brain make him out to be that as well?
like I don't know what it was, but I was like, it's Captain Barbosa. I was reading
Yeah,
Captain
he's just
wrong.
like an
Yeah.
old pirate man, kind of creepy.
Literally. But I liked that, like the alliance of that, because obviously
Yeah.
they didn't think that was going to work out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's hard because like if you
There's so
hadn't, let's say you've just read Assassin's Blade, you have no idea what the foreshadowing is.
Yeah.
But even just going into Throne of Glass, like you're only really like touching the Sam stuff. Like you're not actually
Yeah.
touching the
it's
rest because we haven't developed the
building.
plot yet. We
Yeah,
don't
you have to
know
wait.
what the actual plot is. So it's like unless you like
That's why I think like each reread people do, you start recognizing more and more and more. I mean, it's with any book series, but like because you don't know what you don't know. You know, like
mm,
if you're reading it for the first time, you don't know what to look out for. You have no idea of what's going to be important. So
mm,
it's kind of like hard to recognize some of the foreshadowing right away.
mhm. Yeah, I agree.
Did anything feel like insignificant at first, but then like you like realized it was important later on, like especially because you guys just read it for the first time.
I
Well,
mean, a
this will be
lot
your
of it
second.
felt insignificant, just kind of like when you're reading the first book,
Yeah, you're just like
Yeah.
where you're
so like
like,
this. She stole a horse. I was like, cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like random stuff like that. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Like,
okay, she's just like kicking up her feet in this pirate's office, chilling, and you don't know he's gonna come back. I don't know. There's just like everything, honestly, everything, because you're kind of just like going
Yeah.
from each novella quickly, so you're kind of
yeah.
like,
I feel like it just stops. Then you're like, wait, like, and
Wait,
then you
I
move
need
on.
more.
and then you're on the
Yeah.
Yeah.
next one, and then you're like, okay. And I don't know that I retained
Yeah.
like every snippet of like
Mhm.
detail
I think that'd be
that would come back,
impossible.
but I'm kind of like, obviously I'm behind you guys, but as I'm going through the other books, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. One
Got
part
it.
that I really liked
And
that always
sometimes I'm
sticks
like,
out
did that
to me.
actually happen? I'm
Yeah.
like,
One part that
Mm.
it's like not very like I guess big, but like one part that always sticks out to me is like the I don't remember which one it's in, but she goes and they're listening to like an orchestra and a composer and the music, and she's just
Yep.
like crying. She's like sobbing, and then later on, Sam actually gifts her the sheet music, which I think is like one of the most beautiful things in the world. I think that's so cute because the sheet music shouldn't even exist yet, like she says. But I think that is really important to me because later on we see what happens with the other musicians, and I think
Mm.
it's like this big kind of circle moment, but it's also a really like traumatizing moment because we know how important music is to her. And I think music is something in the series that I was like, oh, that seems like really insignificant, but I think it plays a big role throughout the series too. Not even just the series, let's just say the universe.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I always wondered that. I was like, why are we talking about like
It's in like
concerts and
every single
like,
one
do you know what I
though.
mean? Like every time I was like, oh, it's come up again. We're talking about the hall and the concerts. I'm like, what,
No, yeah.
is this becoming a musical? Like I was reading, like I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm just like, wait, like, why do we care so much about this? Like,
Music is a very big like topic, I guess, like underlying topic throughout the universe. So I wonder how it's gonna also like shift future ACOTAR books because of the music too. I always think about that.
yeah, particularly if someone is a singer of some sort.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm interested to see what she does with it.
Yeah, no, that's a really interesting point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I guess how does Assassin's Blade like change your understanding of Celaena in Throne of Glass? Like going into Throne of Glass, did you, I guess, did you understand her a little bit more because you've read Assassin's Blade?
Yeah,
so.
I think reading Assassin's Blade first, you like, I don't know. I've been thinking about this whole reading order situation. Like,
So
but
many
like,
options, apparently.
there are so many. Okay,
But
but
I
like,
think the way you describe it, Crystal, is a really good point. Like how how when we discussed it, you're like, if you're not a fantasy reader and you go into it the first time, it
you're gonna
could
be
be
like, what?
difficult. It
Yeah,
could be difficult, and I
yeah.
get that, and I agree with that fully. So
hmm
like if you don't read fantasy, I could see it being a
Yeah,
blander
especially because
book.
it is like a stop and start novella.
Yes.
So you're wanting more, and then you have to like, oh wait, now we've moved on. We're in a different place. Like, and if you're not into fantasy or you haven't read a lot of fantasy, and you're like, I'm just starting to build the pirate ship, and then you've just moved to the desert, like you're like, what do you mean? Like, so
Yeah.
I definitely can see the argument there. I know that there's obviously discussion around like I think reading Throne of Glass is probably the best intro to Throne of Glass. Like, I think if you haven't read fantasy and you're wanting to start Throne of Glass, yes, Throne of Glass is the
great for
like the original first book. I know some people then read Assassin's Blade after, or they read it third, or they read it fourth, or whatever. Like, I think that just comes down to what type of reader you are. Like, I didn't mind reading it first and then reading Throne of Glass, because at the end of the day, you already know about Sam. Like, Sam is not like this secret. Like, it's not
Yeah.
like, oh my God, like, what happened to, like, you know that he's dead. Like, so to me, it wasn't like shocking to read about his death first or read about it after, because you already, like, she's talking about him all the time. Like, so
Already know.
if that's supposed to be like the, I don't know, like the wow part of the book, I didn't see it as that. I would have seen her character development and all the different like people she met as like the ooh wow, like all these little things. That's why she acts like that rather than just Sam. Like, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Because at the end of the day, like, he was only in Assassin's Blade and he was not in the rest of the series. Like, he is technically just a first love and a side character. Like, he made her what she was, but he's not the main MMC. Like, so I don't know. That's just my take on it. Like,
Edits of his death before.
yeah.
So I was
Sometimes
like,
they're sadder than the actual story, I swear.
if I
Yeah,
never
I
see
agree.
that, like,
Yeah, some of them
drawing.
are worse, and I'm like, I swear I didn't feel that bad when I read it. Like,
No, like I didn't
this
cry
video
when
is
it
ruining me.
happened. But then I see the edits and I'm like sobbing. I'm like, okay, I didn't even cry at the book.
That's
like,
what I mean. I'm
why?
like,
I think because I saw
also
the edits before, like, the image was in my head when I was reading it, so I was like,
Yeah, maybe.
oh,
yeah.
no.
And I also feel like reading Assassin's Blade, you're kind of like, no one's safe, right? No one's safe. Let's not get attached. You go into Throne of Glass without that mentality, like you set yourself up a failure.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you want? Like, it really just depends. Do you want to be like, I don't know, really, like, it's really mood based, because I wouldn't say it causes a lot more emotional trauma, but it's more just like your understanding of her and how she copes with things. But that's just
Yeah.
my
I'm just
take
a
on it.
chronological girl. I love reading. I don't want to go back in time, especially once I get to like a good part of the series. There's no way I could stop. I want to keep moving forward. So for me, it made more sense to read it first. And I like the way I read it.
Yeah. Steph?
I mean, kind of already covered it all, but yeah, I would have to agree with everything that was said, because if you don't read fantasy, you're not going to pick up on like some of the things that are important in Assassin's Blade and kind of like hold on to them. I don't even think if you like know that you're intentionally doing it, but you're like, why would you mention that? Or like, that seems weird. And then you move on to the actual books. I do see kind of how circling back could be beneficial.
Yeah. It's like fresher.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could say that, because obviously
I
it's
can see
not
that
till
too.
you get to Empire of Storms and whatnot that you start
Because I
clicking
forgot
some of
half
those
the
things.
characters by the time I got to.
There are a
Yeah.
lot of
So I can see
characters.
like doing it
Tower of
again.
Dawn.
Like,
There
I
are
was like,
Yeah.
I know this name. Why do I know this name? And I'm like thinking back. I'm like, why do I know this
there are a
name?
lot of names.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
So that's a good point.
So I get why circling back would be beneficial, or like reading it at a different time, or I don't know, you could read it first and then maybe just do a quick reread like third or fourth. Just like a quick refresher. But I do think it's important to the series.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone actually skips it. I would be interested to see if anyone actually.
I've
I
seen
don't know
people
if
skip
anyone
it or
skips
read
it.
it
You
last.
have?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Recently, I've seen a lot of people reading it second. Haven't seen that one, but I've seen second, third, fourth is the romance one, which I still don't
I don't
understand. I
get
really
that.
don't understand that. I don't understand. I really don't. I'm trying, but I don't understand the
I don't
whole
get it
why
either.
that it's more romantic to read it fourth. I
No,
just don't
I
get
don't
it.
see that.
like for me, like maybe even second would be okay. Like, because then you've read the initial
Yeah, that's what I was
story.
kind of thinking. Like, you've read the
More so
initial.
than third. Like, because Throne of Glass is pretty good by itself. Like, you know, it's really good by itself. It didn't
I just
end like,
couldn't. Can you
but
imagine
like,
finishing Crown of Midnight and then having to like go to Assassin's Blade? Like, there's no way I would be able to
No.
do that. There's no way. I would not be able to physically stop myself. I remember when I
It would
finished Crown of Midnight,
feel
I was like, I need the next book
pretty.
immediately in my hand, right the second.
It would feel super boring.
I
yeah,
agree.
because the pace is really different. Yeah.
But I never struggled with Assassin's Blade, so like I feel like I'm a little biased because it was never like a book I struggled with. Like I just thought it was okay, fantasy.
Yeah.
I mean, I
This is what
went into
this is
it
what a
knowing
fantasy
that it was
novella
the
is.
novella, so maybe if you
Yeah.
went into it thinking
It's like a novel,
it
Yeah.
maybe.
itself
Yeah.
is a book, like
Yeah,
a
I can see
novel in
that.
itself and not a combination.
Not a combination. Yeah. Because I didn't realize that when I picked it up. And then I read the back and I was like, ah, well, okay.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't really look like a novella. Like it looks
No,
like
it
a full
doesn't.
book.
It just
And the
was
way it
still a
ships to you too, if you buy
Yeah.
like I bought the box set
thing is, I bought the box set and Assassin's Blade is first in the box set.
and it's first.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
because
That's
we have the
why I'm
same
confused
ones.
because I'm like, why is it in the box set first then if it was supposed to be third?
Well, so I was like,
But
well,
then
I'll
I
read it
also
that
saw
way.
someone
Bree
be
said
like,
to
well,
read it
all
that
these,
way. That's how I'll do it.
yeah. But then I also saw because obviously she published them all separately first
But
and
then
then just
there's a
put them into
different
one
box
book.
set that's in publication order.
I think they were previously like online, like published. Like they were like on.
Oh, because here you can only buy them with Assassin's Blade first.
Okay, well, there's a
Yeah.
different set of covers
Yeah. Well, there's a lot.
that
I have
is in
both covers. I have
publication
these ones
order.
and the
That's
other
a
ones.
set, but it's slightly different
Those are the
than
new
this
ones
one.
that Crystal has
These are the new ones. Yeah.
because they have the colorful
Oh,
edge.
mine is
Yeah,
not
I have those. I have that
colorful.
one as
I'm
well.
wondering if they're trying to show those bright colors to match the avatars.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
But yeah.
Because like this doesn't really match like anything.
And
Nah.
I do like those.
I like
Come
the
on,
ones
fine.
that you guys have better, to be honest.
When I get
Which
my
one?
hands on those
There's ones,
original,
and we also have black. Like a black set.
I feel like on your shelf next to the Akatar books, it'll look so cool.
Be like a rainbow.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
be like very bright fantasy.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's talk about oh my god
oh my
moments.
god, moments.
Oh,
So
goodness. I feel
yeah,
like we covered a lot of them.
we've
Like
covered a
throughout.
lot of them.
Yeah.
But just like a recap, some standout moments without, I mean, we've kind of spoiled quite a bit, but without
Yeah.
spoiling
You really shouldn't be here
everything,
if you haven't read it.
here are some that stood out. Celaena standing up to Arabin. It's tense, risky, very satisfying. When I see you in the streets, Arabin.
Yeah. It's like her father figure moment. She's like, I was your father figure.
Yeah. When I find you, sir. The entire mission involving the slaves, and the slave trade. It's heartbreaking, super eye-opening. We talked about it being a big character development moment. Salmon.
See, I like how that kicked off the story. I was like, wow, this is good. Like, I was
I
like,
agree.
this is good.
I agree with that.
And then it stopped, and I was like, damn it.
I did like the Red Desert. At first, like, I
Yeah.
didn't like it, but I did like it, like, when she's, like, kind of, like, leaving the Red Desert. Like, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
love
I
that.
agree. But like the beginning, I was like,
The beginning's
oh,
slow.
we've
It's like,
slowed
eh.
down. Yeah.
But then it's, like, kind of like this betrayal thing, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, what is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't my favorite, but
Yeah, I agree.
yeah,
it does end
her
up becoming
leaving the
important.
desert.
Her
That can be my
leaving
favorite
was-
part of it.
Yeah.
Get
But, like,
out
it
of
also
the
does
desert.
become important because those people play a role later, too.
Yeah.
With, like, the silent assassins and everything.
And then later, and later on, I was like, oh, they're the people from the desert. Like,
Yeah.
I was like,
I know
oh,
you.
The
that's why
desert's
the
come
desert was
too.
important.
Yeah.
That's why we had to hear about that.
Right.
Got it. Yeah, the final novella, completely devastating.
You're going to the salt mines forever.
Yeah, that was sad. I was like,
I was
oh
like,
shit.
oh crap, she's never
He's been
said
going, wait,
this.
isn't she 16? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
this is rough.
Is there a moment that like shocked you the most in the whole series? I don't think I
I
was
think
like
when
shocked.
I think the part where like Arabin really messed up Celaena was very shocking. That was
Yeah.
so
Oh, when he like
sad.
beat her.
Yeah, I think that was like just so unbelievably sad.
What I found was weird was like what he was. Like he was like, I love you. I'm like, what?
I thought that was an important part too because like it
Like,
even mentions like there was never like a direct like title for him. Like he was never like a father, a lover, whatever,
yes.
XYZ, but he was like this important person. It was a
I was
very
to me,
interesting.
and in my head, I'm like, how old is he? Like, I was just trying
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was
I don't
like,
actually know if he's that old. I don't know. I have no
in my
idea.
head, he's like some middle-aged
Wonder if I
man,
can find
right?
it.
yeah, I immediately was like, well, he's like 50 something. So
That's what I mean.
That's how
Because,
my
like,
head. That's what
leader
I
of
do.
the assassins, I'm thinking John Wick, all right? John Wick
that's
is in
really
charge.
weird. This is
He
really
was
weird for
39,
me.
it says.
It was 30, see, even still 39,
Still
16.
icky. She's 16.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we're
that
almost
gave me
40
like
and
the,
she's what,
because I was like,
16?
Yeah,
yeah,
that's still icky.
That's
But like
giving gross.
they weren't like
that was weird.
romantic.
That's giving
It's a
gross.
very weird
Yeah, but it
dynamic
was still
because
weird.
he like quote unquote saved her, quote
Yeah,
unquote. So
yeah.
like and then like treated her almost as like his like protege, I guess you could say. Like he was like her mentor, but he
It's
also like took
like he saved her and then felt like she owed him like
but like
more than
in a weird way because like she was not like a courtesan like you know
yeah.
they both existed like Lysandras there and stuff like
Hmm.
that but like I don't know it's like a really weird dynamic that like was never labeled.
It just gave gross to
Yeah.
me. Like it gave
Yeah, I
It
agree with
kind
that.
of gave me minor grooming, but like,
Yes.
and I was
Yeah.
like, and then when he said that, I was like, oh, we are. Like, I was like, that
Mhm.
was my like, whoa,
Mhm.
I was like,
what am I
that's
reading?
yuck. That's
I agree with
not.
that.
Mm-mm.
Because it was never really
Let's just
explained.
keep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to me, I was like, wait, and I think because like, for like, you don't really know the ages of all these characters, so you're like in my head, I'm like, well, it's fantasy, right? So we're like in this alternate kind of land.
Yeah.
But also like the time period, like when you're trying to like picture the time period and you're like, well, I could see like, some things would be
Yeah.
appropriate, but I was still kind of like, no, that's weird.
It feels very Renaissance-y. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like the whole courtship and like, they're gonna bid on someone for their virginity,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. I was like, okay.
Interesting.
Some of those moments I was like, oh, okay. Like
I guess
I just didn't expect that. Like
yeah.
in like the story. I was like, oh,
I
that's
guess it's
another
not a
layer.
shocking moment, but like a shocking character was Lysandra.
Yeah.
She was a very shocking character. I think she's one of the coolest characters.
Mm.
Did you see the end coming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like her going to the salt mines? Or Sam?
Sam I
Oh.
saw. Like
Sam I saw.
Sam I saw, but I hadn't seen it. I wasn't spoiled by it. Like I
No, I wasn't
I
either.
just saw in the foreshadowing. I was like, oh, this is not gonna
I was
end
like,
well.
something's going on. Like, he's not coming home.
Yeah, we
Something's
already got this
wrong.
plan in play. He's
Yeah,
dodgy.
not making it.
It's not going
It's
good.
too early on for everything to
Yeah.
go right, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, no, this is an
Yeah.
origin story.
I guess I didn't see
But
the
maybe
salt
that's
mines
my brain. Do you know what I mean? That's me
because,
going.
like, I didn't know about the salt mines, so maybe that's I didn't see that. Like, I knew something was gonna happen, but I guess I didn't know she was gonna be a prisoner for the rest of her life.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, about the salt mines. I thought she would get like trial or something
Yeah.
like that. Like
Yeah.
I didn't know what the rules were. Like I didn't know about what's it called, Endovir. Is it called Endovir? Endovir. I got it right, yo. Yeah, because going to IER.
You know
Yeah,
what?
I didn't know that was a
Sometimes
place.
writing is right. Sometimes it's not.
Where is it on the
Because
map?
it's over. Yeah,
Is it?
but like I kind of felt like it was leading up to like. I was thinking more like prison, but obviously that's kind of like their version of prison. Do you know what I mean? Like, kind of thing. So, yeah, that was pretty rough though. Like, I was like, wow, this is dark.
The worst map ever.
Overall rating, where would you rank it?
I like it more as much as like every time I reread it, I like it more and more. So it's
I could
to
see
me
that.
the whole series is a 5 stars.
What
so
did
it's
you
really hard to rate.
rate it when you first read it though?
4 stars.
I
Yeah,
gave it
same.
4 stars.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I did switch it to 5. But yeah, it was originally
Okay.
4.
I
I
agree.
gave it 4 stars again.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's great as like a standalone, but like if you look at the whole series, you go, I don't know, like But then when you put it with the rest of the series, it becomes a 5. Like,
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel.
so I can
Maybe when
I can
finish
see
the rest
that.
of the series.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like you have to finish the series for you to understand
yeah.
me. And
Time.
Okay. Did the book meet your expectations for a prequel?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's probably one of the best prequels.
Yeah, I agree.
Even though it is novellas, like it's a really good
Yeah.
prequel to the story.
Yeah.
What was your favorite novella in the story?
I like the assassin and the healer with Yurine.
Oh yeah, I either liked Underworld or Empire. I'm trying to
Oh
think.
my gosh, it's so cute. Like I just flipped. I have everything annotated, but in the healer one it says that prayed that somehow years from now Yurine Towers would return to this continent and maybe, just maybe, heal their shattered world a little bit.
Oh wow,
I
yes,
love it.
Queen.
Queen behavior right there.
I'm gonna go with
I think
Underworld.
Underworld. Yeah, I was thinking Underworld.
That'd be my second.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I feel like Empire was just so impactful. 'Cause
Empire
I
is
liked
good.
how it
They're
was
all
like,
so good.
I
I'm
liked how it
telling
was
you.
like after, and then it was like 11 days or
It's
whatever.
like
And I was
when
like,
you
oh,
actually think
we're
of them
going in the
individually.
days.
Like if you think of them individually, you're like, oh my god, that was really good. Oh my god, that was really good. And
Yeah.
then like it's very difficult.
But
And then
the
that's why
desert
I'm
was
like,
definitely my least
It's
favorite.
really
Yeah.
hard to choose.
the Red Desert was my least favorite.
Yeah, I
no,
agree.
Desert.
I just thought it was a little boring at first.
Yeah, I agree. And like, spoiler, like, they were useful, but they weren't like that useful.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
in the scheme
Yeah.
of things and the scheme of alliances, they were still
What's
just
the
down
girl's
here.
name? Why am I blanking? That like betrayed her? What's her name?
Ansel?
Ansel, yeah. I didn't like her.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. She's annoying, right? Even at the end, I was like, wow, yeah. Blah.
I'm
Yeah, so you're like,
interested.
see, you
So
weren't that useful anyways.
Yeah,
gonna
like,
be not like spoilers, but like mini spoilers, I guess you could say, just for the universe. There's so much stuff in Assassin's Blade that like is named after things in Crescent City, which I feel very interested. Like the Rune Mountains, one of the main characters' names is Rune.
oh, there you go.
Or like the
Is Crescent City set at a different time?
Oh yeah, it's like futuristic.
Oh, it's
There's
futuristic.
like there's like cell phones and weapons like
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah. But then there's like in here, like when she steals the horse, the Styrian horse,
Mm-hmm.
like the villain of Crescent City is the Asteri.
Oh.
So it's really I don't have the answer to those questions, but like it's really interesting to see like little
That
crumbs of
she's
like
used that. Yeah.
names. Like could they be important?
Yeah.
Like you know, like because we don't really know where this falls
Like in the timeline.
in the timeline.
Okay.
And no one does. Like it's all like theoretical because like this is definitely very back. Like this is
Yeah.
a long
Back-
time ago, right?
Yeah, a long
and
time
Crescent
ago.
City's very, very, very modern. But like, I think the whole universe question thing is like, are we traveling? Like, how we're connecting? Is it connecting through like time, or is it connecting through like, I don't know how to describe it, like different places? Like that's why I think it's
like a
really
multiverse. Yeah.
yeah, it's like, is it happening simultaneously, or
Same
is
time,
it
different universe.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's like a question like a lot of the fandom like in the whole universe will end up
We
having.
can revisit it when we get to Crescent City.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting.
We got a while.
I honestly feel like you could just read it whenever. I think once you've read it once, you could just read it like
Yeah.
when you feel like you need to refresh it
Yeah,
with
I agree with
the
that.
links.
Yeah.
But if you decide to read it later, that's okay. If you decide to read it first,
Personal
that's okay
preference.
as well. You do you, okay?
Yeah. There's
Assassin's
no right
Creed
or wrong
is
way.
a choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, choose
There's no
your
right or
own.
wrong way. Don't let people bully you into it, because
Literally, because I did not
it doesn't matter
realize
that much.
that
Just
that
read
was
it.
what this was like, okay?
People
Like,
have really strong
I was
opinions
attacked. I was
on it.
attacked.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, oh
didn't
my God.
know.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So I was like, I read it first.
Everyone has a personal bias. Just do what feels right for you. That's all you got to do.
That's it from us for our first SJM Readathon. Next week, we are jumping into Throne of Glass. So if you haven't read it, get onto it. Come back. We will chat about it. And we will chat about them basically every week moving forward in, I guess, up until October 27th. So if you are not following us, we are on Fable, which is a book club community app. We will be obviously reading it with everyone and then talking about it on there. So please follow us on there. Or if you're not, just follow us on Instagram. And we are always available if you need to chat about books, because that's what we do. But yeah, make sure you subscribe to us as well. And we will be back soon. Okay, thanks guys. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.